In our previous lecture, we added the ability to fade in and out objects from the screen using a nice animation effect. Now, just because they were hidden from the screen by setting the transparency down to 0, it didn't mean it hide it from the view. We can still interact with them even though we can't see them. In this lecture, we're going to be hiding objects from the view completely. Now, what this does is hides it from the view where we cannot interact with it at all. And then we're going to have the ability to unhide them and bring them back into view. So what we're going to do then is add in two buttons. These two buttons will hide in, or simply hide and reveal our objects that we're going to set. So if I simply rename these, this one could be our hide button, and this one will be our reveal. And we're going to drag and drop in a few objects. So we're going to work with a label. Simply space that out there and I'll center the text. And then we're going to add in our segment control as an additional object to use. Okay, so we've got both of these objects in. So we're going to bring up our assistant editor, making sure it's selected on viewcontroller.h. And we're going to add in the outlets for our objects first. So we name this one our segment control. Then we go to add in our label. And then our hide button. Making sure that's an action. There we go. And then finally, when this disappears, our reveal button. And again, making sure that it's also selected onto action. Okay, so we've added both our actions and outlets into our objects on our interface. We can return back to our standard editor and then go into our viewcontroller.m. Now, how we do this is pretty simple. So to hide an object, we simply get our object. So we do self dot the name of our object, which the first one is segment control, and then all we do then is select the dot hidden feature of that object, and a simple equal that state to yes, which will hide it. I can then simply copy and paste it in and change the name of that to our label, and it's hidden. To reveal it, if I copy both of these to save a bit of time, and change it then to no. So the yes and the no must be capitalized, and that's all it's needed to reveal and hide objects. So if we went to build and run to show you to test it out, so as they are at the moment, they are revealed. So I can't reveal them any more than what they are. But as soon as I press hide, it disappears them from the view and we cannot interact with them, as they do exist, but you cannot see them, so you won't know. And then we reveal them back into view by simply changing the hidden state of them to either yes or no. So that's simply how you hide and reveal objects from the view and not be able to interact with them once they are gone. In the next lecture, we're going to talk about how to disable and enable objects, so we can have the objects still on the screen, but we can't interact with them. So again, we're going to talk about that in our next lecture.